happened so far and what they have done so far in ensuring they get these victims out of the So we're still there with Vice President. They try we get the video, please. And the sound. The sound there. So the VP, we get the Minister of Plans, we get other stakeholders, we get the NDMA as well, where they don't come. And give updates to the Vice President currently.
That the building has collapsed at a shell company. We immediately put ourselves here. We immediately put reception together. The various when you deal with disasters, we run can and sink. When we can, we find out a 7-story building for dump and a 2-story building we damaged completely. Then it damaged 2 other buildings partially with a mosque. And people left it there inside when this happened. Luckily for me, the community people are going to action immediately, so they begin to recover some of the casualties. There is a company along the road where we go seek their assistance because they get some heavy equipment. But then I can help with, we'll see how we can continue with the rescue operation. Indeed, they came. Now they're not charged for nothing. They offer them, saying, oh, help. And then we get the Honorable Darami, the Council the Sierra Leone Police, the ASLAF, the engineers, and self-come with some equipment. The Fire Force, the Office of National Security, the Council, the National Public Health Agency, National Protected Area Authority, Sierra Leone Roads, the Sierra Leone Safety Authority. So the search and rescue operation, they carry on from yesterday up to today. We still look forward for getting some cranes there from this company with there. So yesterday they this 160 ton crane. We lift most of the big boulders there. So that is 70 DGSLRA. So we count lights, so they walk throughout the night. The search and rescue still go on, and just an hour ago before you come, we recover one maybe 4 months old, but not survive. So make I just give you the statistics of which we don't get now. And so far, 16 people there. 205 and 3 adults. The one that we not survive, we get 9 deaths, we get 1 male, then we get 8 females, 6 females and adults, and 2 under 5s. As we speak right now, of the 7, 5 admit now local hospital, and 2 in a choice run. Because of the degree of injuries we so far. We also get one of the we will continue the operation and we will recover hopefully some people alive or the one that we not able to pick up. Or we'll make sure we will continue the exercise until we reach the depth of the day so that we will start out second. That's what survive and who does not survive. So we will report properly. So A lot of people that don't come around, a lot of bystanders. The Honorable this morning don't make breakfast for you, and they will
Hello?
It is weak in building, it is weak in the floor, it is weak in the ground. So you need government. In the last couple of months, the Minister of Lands, then they upline, then they try for elaborator to they call the building code. Since independence, building code not in this country. So when people then they go ask for building permit, then they ask them for let them able to provide certain information. And most times, people they wait they in a hurry for bill, we not want pay attention to voting, then can they tell them for do, then they go about, then they go for continue for engage in building them, they not even get permit, then they build dangerous building them where they cause this kind of problem. So moving forward, these two disasters then, particularly this last one, and the number of casualties were involved will make would give additional authority to the Minister of Lands for make sure so they force people and for comply, and even go as far as the extent who say we know say a building where they come up they cause potential danger for demolition, because we're not going to continue to accept say you want build, you get structural deficiency on the building, where that structural problem they go can't create this kind of problem we don't see. But like I said, at this stage, now for the search and rescue mission continue, for recover more people and for look after the one that we don't wound. After that, government will establish an investigation for see the actual cause we're responsible, and then they go reinforce government in position moving forward where it come for to the need for let people that respect certain engineering and structural design them and code them before we allow them for building in the yard. So at this stage, I want to tell the National Disaster Management Agency where they can set up a crisis unit now, where they monitor the situation. I want to tell them thank you with all the key players then, including the private companies then, where don't support this effort from when it start. I want to tell them thank you, and for talk say would they reinforce more additional resources and more machinery for continue this mission. Yeah. From here, I go to Narokupa Hospital for go see the one that we own. And we extend once again with sympathy and condolences to all the people that we don't lost people and this kind of disaster will take place. We pray for let them soul rest in peace. We pray for let God give them good road. We continue with best for see the additional people that will go save and for here to the one them we don't suffer injuries them from this disaster. I just want to reassure people and say this will go to the bottom of them. We will continue the rescue and search mission with force, and then after that we will do the investigation. Then government will look into the process, will take additional action. We will make people and comply where it comes from building code and forget the building permit. Now it make we don't say government will decentralize the building permit them back to the councils them, so that we will get more player them for play role and get more supervisors than the ground for make sure say every building where they go, it respects standard, it respect the code, and it is able to stand the times of the climate where we get, where now it say rain de beaucoup. Any country where rain de beaucoup, you need special attention and standard them for undertake for do a building. So I want to tell you now, thank you. Condolences of His Excellency the President, the government, and all the people of Sierra Leone, to the people away that lost their life in this tragic event. Secondly, I want to thank the National Disaster Management Agency, the SLRA, the companies, and all the neighborhoods where from where this incident take place. They work day and night for support the rescue, the search and rescue mission. Let me explain so. We will continue the search and rescue mission. And we will continue vigorously. Like I say, we will wait for additional machines then. We will come for lift up the heavy slab them and for see, for recover more people then, particularly picking them. We still be long. I also want to emphasize what the general say. He say we don't recover a total of 16 people. 9 of them 16 people, and they unfortunately we lost them, including this morning, just a couple of hours ago, a 2-year-old baby, 4-month-old baby, and then we get about 7 people where they are critical, where we admit now hospital. 2 of them they in a very critical condition at Church Ram, and 5 they in a Rokupo hospital. We are going to go past there for Siam. We continue this operation. Government will put all the resources and energy and additional men, including with security and defense forces, the NAYA, for make sure that this will continue. After that, we will go to the next stage. At this stage, that is search and rescue mission, I will continue. The other issues that were related to the structural deficiency of the building and building the way they go around Freetown, government will look into that. Government will just stop an investigation to see where the cause of the collapse of the building. Like the way the general say, every time we rain they come, they always afraid say the rain will cause flooding and lead to displacement and casual. Then they a new phenomenon, and government will pay attention to that. It means government will now focus, reinforce in energy for make sure say, we don't see this when season. In the country outside rain they come to, you therefore get a special type of structural building there, structural things that we need for do for build. Because when you get Boku rain, it is weaken building, it is weaken the floor, it is weaken the ground. So you need government in the last couple of months, the Minister of Lands, then they apply, then they try for elaborate to they call the building code. Since independence, building code not in this country. So when people then they go ask for building permit, then they ask them for let them able to provide certain information. And most times, people they wait they in a hurry for bill, where no one pay attention to voting, they can tell them to do, then they go about, then they go for continue for engaging building them, they don't even get permit. Then they build dangerous building them where they cause this kind of problem. So moving forward, these two disasters then, particularly this last one, and the number of casualties were involved, will make them, will give special additional authority to the Ministry of Lands for make sure so they force people and for comply, and even go as far as the extent we say we know say a building where they come up the cause potential danger for demolition, because we not continue to accept say you want build, you get structural deficiency by the building, where that structural problem they go can't this kind of problem. But like I said, at this stage, our focus now for the search and rescue mission continue for recover more people and for look after the one that we don't go. After that, government will establish an investigation for see the actual cause. We're responsible, and then they go reinforce government in position moving forward where it come for to the need for let people that respect certain disaster management agency where they can set up a crisis unit now where they monitor the situation. I want to tell and take with all the key players then, including the private companies then, we don't support this effort from the start. I want to tell and thank you, and for talk say will they reinforce more additional resources and more machinery for continue this mission here. From here at the Go Narokupa Hospital for see the one that we do, and we extend once again with sympathy and condolences to all the people that we don't lost people and this kind of disaster will take place. We pray for let their soul rest in peace. We pray for let God give them good hope. We continue with best for see the additional people that we will save and for here to the one them we don't suffer injuries them from this disaster. I just want to reassure people and say this will go to the bottom of them. We will continue the rescue and search mission with force, and then after that we will do the investigation. Then government will look into the process, will take additional action. We will make people comply when it comes from building code and forget the building permit. Now it make we don't say government will decentralize the building permit them back to the councils them, so that we'll get more player them for play role and get more supervisors than the ground. For make sure say every building where they go, it respects standard, it respect the code, and it is able to stand the times of the climate we get, where like any country where in the Boku, you need special attention and standard them for undertake for doing the building. So I want to tell you now, thank you. I want to know say government is standing to now. Once again, like I say, all the players that we don't take part now. We don't work here 24 hours, round the clock, and the volunteers and the neighbors that we come, we want to thank you. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you very much, sir. These are the community, especially the young people, where somebody coordinated. They don't do extremely well from yesterday to today. But it's not sleep up to now. I just want the one way they coordinate them. I just maybe appreciate you when you come around, because that will serve as some motivation for them to continue with the process.
Sorry for me.
Please continue. However, all citizens. We are Freetown and other players will be involved in some of these processes. So that has been the issue so far. And we are still with the Vice President and other stakeholders here. And after here, as he mentioned, we are going to ensure to see those people who are affected or who have been hospitalized.
They risk their life to make sure they get the job done. So you have to say plenty. Thank you to all the governments, stakeholders, people that will put their hands together to make sure the job they do under is very, very challenging, but Mr. Augustine Solimara, ESQ, the deputy mayor, all others were involved, member of parliament and councillors there, one for them, plenty. Thank you, and we need more support from there for make sure we will get this job complete. Thank you.
Thank you very much. This has been the talk. Mr. Gentile don't come with additional equipment. The day also yesterday after 1 in the morning. Mr. Chef been did only. So one for say thank you very much for that. Other people yesterday, like I mentioned, Mr. Surimara, in brother and picking them. And they on the still not pulling it. So, and that states the way they still don't provide a lot of support. Other civilians and around, somebody came yesterday with a generator cutters and that kind of, without making a single fear or bring and come on just for can assist this operation. And they come up on Allenton and they bring the equipment and come with the manpower. So I just follow you know the commitment of the community itself. And this just to tell we say disaster business, not a one-man business. Now everybody in business. So key players and non they around from yesterday, including the deputy mayor, the SLRA, SRSA, and others. I don't know them all, but because you time tight, so one for saying thank you very much for visit, and we will continue with the operations, and we will continue for the update you as we progress. Everybody we don't contribute to it in the happen right now. The NDMA no get good alone. We don't forget to support the partners and other people that will support this kind of response. Thank you very much, sir. So the soldiers we get about the army engineers, about 17 of them. Then we get a deployed unit with the along this area. And finally, they can provide security now with the SLP. Now they sleep, including the commander when I call them. They sleep on the ground. So we get some appreciable number for provide protection for the baby. Because the building are store. In fact, yesterday as we did on the rescue operations, then we put some materials and they will belong to people there. So for that, you not going at the wrong hand and will not get that kind of complaint there at all. So it has been organized. Thank you very much to this civilian way help with this organization. And the honorable within councillor, they've been very, very effective. Thank you, sir. Probably at this point, we will go to Rokupa, let you go see some of the casualties and sympathize with them.
Then they balance the Ministry of Lands, then they bypass the process, then they come, then fee say, that then say, then they do. But now we need to allow, we not go allow moving forward any individual for like able to cause the kind of disaster and casualty where it cause to community and poor people. Because when the 7-story building collapsed, it collapsed into another building. Maybe the building the way it collapsed into, maybe then don't respect the young, then don't respect the young. So going forward, as I talk to now, so right now the Minister of Lands is the upline, don't they move upline. Since 1946, now they make the first draft for building code in this country. So in the last 2 years, government don't they put together a team for how we design a building code. What in that they mean? The regulations then, whose kind building you for build, how you for build, who say you for build, what you for respect, and for make sure so you get a structural engineer. We accelerate that. The consultation they go on across the country for the building code. Now we move down there fastly, it come. Secondly, the issue of building permit back. We decentralize them from the Ministry of Lands. It also go to councils them and municipalities. So that we'll get more players than way to go examine people the way they can request for building permit. The other thing also we work on right now as a government is what they call the town and country planning. Meaning that we plan, we design in a way that we get certain area the way people are not for bill at all. So we call on people and let them do that, let them make sure say they respect them for there. Let them make sure say they respect this idea for going to the Ministry of Lands for go secure building permit so that Ministry of Lands go come the way there, the crisis team way set up and the player the way we bring together, including the security and the defense forces and all the private sector players the way we brought an election to them so we get construction material machine there and that other company back we get another construction company we don't supply material. We will continue to reinforce that effort there. We bring more people, we bring more machine for make sure say do the maximum work. So one extent with deep-seated condolences on behalf of the President Julius Maada Bio, we traveled out of the country yesterday. We try to tell everybody, we tell the people that we lost their loved one, they will tell them us, we tell them say government now they can take additional step for enforced compliance. And we go as far as the extent for demolish. If we tell you say stop, you not stop, we give you warning, you not do it, we go another level. You understand and for make sure say everybody with the bill, you respect the standard and the structural design there where the Ministry of Lands go accept. Beyond that day, we not go tolerate that day. So I want to tell you thank you when I say if we come, the publicity that they put into this. I don't get the opportunity back to visit the hospital and look some of the works there. So I know the Ministry of Trade, they under me, the Ministry of Health, they under my supervision. So anytime I go to a health facility, I will go beyond just looking at the casualty. So I go to the pediatric ward and we can discuss with the minister and the staff there to see how to expand the pediatric ward. I'm glad the bad way I can see the hospital flop with people. The doctor where they in charge just tell me say for a day, then they see nearly about 250 patients in there, and we see picking in there, and we glad for that. I want to tell the hospital management, thank you. Government will come inside for support them for get an extension for the pediatric ward now, so that at least for create more space for the young people and let
the people away therefore involved by this incident. When I get the kind of capacity for attend to them, when I get the equipment them needed for ensure so that the right service.
Well, thank you very much, Chief, for asking this question. So currently we get enough personnel then to respond to the incident, and we don't put in place a lot of equipment like the oxygen machines and some medications like IV plates and analgesics and others. We get through the PHEalth category. So if we get any constraint, we will contact the ministry for support and other hospitals then. But as of now, we get enough medications and stuff as well.
And the people that with me don't see where I go visit the picky and the girl lady there, you understand, and they respond and they talk, you understand. Just this morning, they say one of the picking the way get bandage in their hand, and don't send them for go do x-ray. The one the way get extreme cases that you get two, we don't send them at church time. Yeah. I believe so. I want to tell the doctor then thank you, at least when they pay attention, when they create space for taking any casualty, anybody will come out from that disaster.
Okay, thank you very much.